and welcome to the Wealthy Lala Show with myself, Laurie Larson. Today is episode 207. You know what I wanted to talk about today? We'll see where this goes. And, okay. I thought I was going to yawn there for a minute already. But so, after yesterday's show, I wonder if I could not take it personally and I could just enjoy it and see what's right about it and let myself receive it. Oh boy, I tell you. So anyways, I've listened to a lot of Abraham Hicks YouTube videos, audios on YouTube. And I used to have a subscription. I wonder if they still do, like where you get like free audio, or not free, but you pay for a subscription and you get like a new audio every month. And so they're kind of like updated, new stuff, because as life goes on, we all evolve, and so does these, beings of consciousness, which is what Abraham is. So Esther Hicks actually channels this group of beings called Abraham. And if you listen to the stuff before, like that Abraham or Esther did with channeling Abraham years ago, you can tell that Esther's voice has slightly changed a little bit. It's just a smoother conversation. It's really cool. It's just really cool. Esther would probably say herself that it becomes something that becomes greater as you keep practicing, as you keep choosing it, as you keep doing it. So one of the things that I've just gotten recently from and through them is that they say that the universe will always give you the path of least resistance to what you actually desire. Okay. Now, often we will think then that the path of least resistance means no resistance. It means no what we'd call challenges. It's just the path of least resistance, right? So, I mean, where do you go? I go with, it means it's light, it's fluffy, means it's easy, there's no problems, no confrontations, no discomfort. It's just like the path of least resistance. Well, they didn't say the path of no resistance. They actually said the path of least resistance. And they said sometimes you need to go through something because it's what you've asked for. And so by you going through some kind of situation, it creates you to learn about yourself. It creates you to ask questions. It creates you being clear on what you want or what you'd like to ask for. And then when you get to the other side of it, you have so much more. Well, what if those things, job loss, illness, friendship loss, relationship, couple loss, and I, a lot of people have a hard time with this one. I've not had the experience of it, so I can't say what it would be like to live through this, but having someone really close to me pass away. Okay. That those are actually the path of least resistance to what we are actually asking for. So I was diagnosed with this disease, dis-ease, because it's like not ease, dis-ease, in 2000. And it is 2019. So what if that dis-ease, the diagnosis, the journey through it, everything that I've done, not done, medication, alternative classes, body work, acupuncture, did I say medications? Treatments. What if all of that was the path of least resistance for me to actually get to where I wanted to go? That I was asking for something so great that this experience created me to number one, get clear with my asks, to have a clear on what works for me, a way, way, way bigger and deeper understanding and knowing of myself. Holy Hannah, people. And if your name's Hannah, hi. Really, like, what if so many of the things that we call wrong in life are actually not wrong? Now, I remember, oh gosh, I wish I could remember the book it was in. Not sure if it was in a Gabor Mate book or not, Dr. Gabor Mate. But I remember reading about, what would be like, what are the benefits of this situation that's been created in your life? What are the things that are coming from it? And I remember, God, that was so far-fetched. Like, what would be right about this? The thought of that when I first heard about it, like, it took me a while just to be able to receive the possibilities of those questions, let alone actually sit with myself long enough to actually perceive, know, be, and receive what the awarenesses and or answers were for me. Um, you know, it's like if you've got a job and you get fired or you get let go, and you're like, this sucks. And then when you sit back, and this is the key though, is actually allowing yourself to be open to a different possibility, because it is so easy to go victim. Man, it is so easy to go victim. I was fired. I was wronged. They shouldn't have let me go. I was a valuable resource. Like, now, if you notice when we start to go there, if you perceive the energy of it, it's actually heavy. So something that's heavy is something that's not true for you. It's actually a lie for you. So, like, if you perceive the difference then of, say, you've gotten let go, you got fired, and so, and you go to that place of, geez, this sucks, and I wonder what's right about it. What have I been asking for that this may be the invitation to? Putting aside, like, I mean, you got to honor and acknowledge, like, if you're a single parent, or your other partner is not working, or the two of you working together is just enough to cover the bills. You're going to have all of those things come up, and you got to take care of them. And actually, what that really brings up, as I've been reading and looking at things lately, and allowing myself to actually receive that the universe actually has our back. Like, as a kid, right? You don't doubt that you're going to have food on the table or a house to go to. You just kind of, like, your parents have got it looked after. What if the universe actually also has our back to that same depth, or even probably likely greater? And when we don't have that sense of trust or knowing of that, feeling like something, and that something could be another person, or that something could be the divine, beloved divine, the universe, the source, whatever you want to call it, God. If you don't actually have any kind of belief in something that's bigger than us, that we are a part of, something that is greater than us that we are a part of, something that's greater than us that actually is taking care of us and looking after us. And yeah. So when we get let go from a job, like, the universe could be, I don't know, sitting up there on a cloud, chuckling, going, honey, just give yourself some space. You've wanted a month off. We know what's coming for you. In about a month, you're going to be getting a new job. You're going to be making more money, and you're going to be happier. And the people that work there are more congruent with you and more congruent with what you're asking for. Because I mean, how hard is it for us to let go of what isn't working for us? It's kind of like the devil you know is better than the devil you don't know. And I remember reading that somewhere years ago that if people have had some kind of disease, they would actually take the same disease over again than take a different one. Because again, the devil you know is better than the devil you don't know. And so, how much, if we were able to let ourselves just trust, like just totally trust that the universe had our back, let ourselves enjoy, what's going on in our lives, like how much that would actually create. I don't know if you guys, oh, this is such a cool one. So I don't know if you guys have ever heard of the notes from the universe. So it's Tut, I'm trying to remember what he calls, if you go to tut.com, you will find it. Mike Dooley, he's been doing these notes from the universe for years. And so you can get them sent to your email. You can have it every day, or I think once a week or something. You sign up for them. And the one that came on Friday, I just loved it. So he writes on behalf of the universe. So did you know, Laurie, that there is always someone from here who loves you more than words can say, at your side with you there? Oh, ooh, wow, the universe. Laurie, I meant in addition to your agent, producer, publisher, biographer, apprentice, and the spiritual paparazzi. Like, isn't that awesome? So again, did you know that there's always someone from here who loves you more than words can say, at your side with you there? Oh, oh, wow, the universe. Oh man, imagine if we were able to have that much faith in something greater, what that would create in our world. And I'm thinking of Dr. Joe Dispenza. I cannot remember the 4 things he says, but there's 4 things that he's discovered with people that have actually had healings or complete recoveries from diseases. One of them for sure is that they know that there is something greater than themselves that is watching, that is willing to like assist you and have your back with what you're asking for. But there's an absolute knowing that they have that there is something greater. Imagine if we were able to let ourselves know that. And then this way, like it's funny what a big deal, this is myself included, in things that are uncomfortable, like how wrong we've made anything that's uncomfortable. Like imagine if you had 2 blankets on your couch, okay? Or say you have 3, and one's not very, it's not very soft. It's kind of like a burlap sack, okay? Can you imagine if you like picked up the burlap sack, threw it over you, and you're like, oh my God, this is awful. I can't stand this. And then you just go off on this rampage of like, this is awful. How come it's like this? I hate it. I got to run away from it. Who put this there? Or we could be just like, hey, I wonder if there's another blanket. Kind of like the 3 little pigs. You go to the first bed, oh, a little too soft. Go to the second bed, oh, it's too hard. Go to the third bed, it's just right. What if our lives can be like that? And so we pick up our job is like a burlap blanket. But what awareness did it gift us to let us know what we'd like to have? Like, imagine, if we knew the details that we could look around at that job, and instead of going straight into victim, oh my God, look what just happened to me, we go into Okay, what kind of boss did I have? Okay, I'd like to have a boss. Like, what's the opposite of that? What were my coworkers like? What's the opposite of that? What were the hours of my work like? Okay, what's the opposite of that? And allow yourself to really go, what would it take to work with people that are, fun and playful and enjoyable, and we work like a team and we have each other's backs, and I can be myself there, and I have a boss that sees that I have more in my life than just my job, and that I get up in the morning and I love coming to work. And and then what about the work that you do? Do you enjoy the work? Are you inspired by it? And too, like as I go here with this subject, is a person's also got to have a sense of knowing or a belief or a trust that there is actually a job out there that would have, if not all, but most of what you're looking for. And, again, there's never an end result. But, anyways, we're over time. How does it get any better? That came to a close really quickly, people. So, if you guys have any questions, comments, want to reach out to me, thewealthylala gmail.com. Thanks again so much for listening. Big hugs to you all. Have an amazing